According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, more than a quarter of people 54 and older were homeless in 2023. And according to another report, it's the fastest growing segment of the population experiencing homelessness.
Here with reaction, Ramsey Solutions personal finance expert, George Kamel. George, try to explain these two, because this is devastating for older Americans. And Joe Biden, is throwing bingo cards at them.
Well, I hope in your old age that you get to play pickleball and bingo. That is a luxury compared to what many Americans are facing, which is financial struggle and even homelessness, as we're seeing, which is on the rise. And the economy and the affordable housing crisis, that's part of it. But homelessness, as we know, it's a complicated issue. And there's a lot of factors at play. It starts with, I was in debt and the house got taken away. I was evicted. The car was repoed. I went through a divorce. I have health issues. It's a very, very complicated topic, and I hope that no one watching is experiencing that or even knows someone that's experiencing that. But it's a cautionary tale that we've got to protect ourselves. We cannot rely on a social safety net anymore.
There's not a silver bullet to fix homelessness. We've seen you throw millions, billions of dollars at the problem, and it doesn't go away. There's deeper rooted solutions that we have to look at as a country. But it's fascinating that you get a little bit older in life and you think that those Americans would be more financially secure. 54 and older, you think they have their finances together, but we're seeing this spike in homelessness. What's happening to these older Americans where they find themselves now out on the streets?
Well, one of the biggest issues is that they're lifelong renters. And at Ramsey, we've always recommended become a homeowner when you can financially do it, because it locks in that fixed expense. And even better, we teach people to pay off your home before you enter those golden years and to pay off all of your debt, because debt is only going to make it more difficult to pay your bills, which can lead you to those financial problems. And so, yes, the housing crisis is upon us and we have to make hard choices. And some of the kids here are having to take care of their aging parents and have them move in. And it can be a real burden on the sandwich generation who are trying to raise a family and take care of their parents.
And in places like Florida, George, there have been new regulations that are causing the homeowners association dues of, say, condos across southern Florida to skyrocket for the very people who can. And I personally know people who have had to try to sell their condos and move out because they can't afford. They have to do structural assessments, and they're starting to have to do reserve funds for these condos. They can't afford them, and people have to move out, and then they can't live in southern Florida anymore because home costs to buy or rent have soared.
My mother-in-law lives in Florida. She was just complaining about the HOA prices going up, and it really is a problem. People are starting to go, I can't live where I want to live anymore due to the rising costs. And so there's only two things we can do here. We can spend less, we can make more. We can't control the HOA, we can't control the economy and the housing. What we can do is take care of our own households in such a way that we're able to afford it. And that's where savings rates comes into play. People simply aren't saving, and they're not saving enough, even if they are. And when you follow the Ramsey plan, 15% of your household income, you're staying out of debt, you can become a millionaire and have a nice nest egg. A nice nest egg to where you're not concerned about an HOA.
A raging, roaring economy fixes a lot of problems, and that's the problem with Joe Biden right now. George Kamel, thanks for being with us, and thanks for the good advice. I want to be a millionaire.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.